Guys, what's up? Grant Training Systems Lifestyle 101. My personal product review and opinion of the 4 Sigmatic line of mushroom elixirs and also the coffees. Alright, so we're going to start right away. I don't have the camera focusing on my beautiful hands or anything like this, and I'm not going to show the products a whole bunch because this is also a podcast and those people won't be able to see anything. But let's go from least experienced to most experienced. So we'll start with the mushroom elixir chaga tea. This is the one for the immune system. This one's basically untouched. I think I used it twice so I could do this review. I think it's a cool idea. It's with Siberian ginseng and it really allows, it gives your immune system a boost basically. Me personally, going ketogenic, doing the ketogenic diet, having my coffee with MCT oil, eating extremely healthy, doing ice baths and the Wim Hof breathing exercises, I don't get sick. I haven't been sick in over a year. I don't get headaches. I get nothing. Yeah, pretty cool life. So I didn't really find myself being pulled to the idea that I needed a tea or a mushroom or anything in the morning that would boost my immune system. Maybe not the right idea because the chaga mushroom is also really cool. Yeah, I think I would probably myself in this one look at a possible supplement of it versus having a tea or an elixir in this case. And depending on the price point, I think I would definitely continue with the mushroom, but maybe not necessarily, for me, in my case, this exact elixir. The next one is going to be the mushroom hot chocolate mix. It's dark and spicy, so it's got a little bit of chili in it, and it's with cordyceps, and they've got a little running man on it that suggests you should use this before fitness because it will give you a bit of a kick, maybe like a booster. I took it for myself, and also I got it for my girlfriend's daughter. I was curious to see what it would do for her. I thought maybe this would be something cool to have during the day for her when maybe she needs to get ready to do some homework or play some sports, or she just needs a bit of energy, and obviously it's not coffee. And for myself, I was curious to see if it actually really did act like a booster. In my girlfriend's daughter's case, I thought it was quite cool. She definitely wasn't bouncing off the walls. Again, she enjoyed the taste. It wasn't too spicy for her. She's 9, and I think their spice limit is not very high. It was okay for her, and she enjoyed it, so that was cool. Myself, I didn't really notice much of a difference of anything. I mean, let's keep in mind here, you're still getting a very fantastic mushroom, which I think is extremely important. But what I ended up experimenting with was drinking it just with the water. I noticed really nothing. But then I started using it as basically a latte maker, if you will. I would use, since it's a hot chocolate, I would use it as flavor into a double espresso or a normal coffee. And when I did that with the caffeine and the cordyceps and the hot chocolate, yeah, it was cool. It definitely tasted nice. This one I think is a cool idea. I think personally, I would probably look at supplementing the cordyceps versus having this as a tea, just because price efficiency wise, I think it probably makes more sense to just have the product, the cordyceps itself. But depending on what your thing is, I definitely wouldn't say anything bad about this product. This one was just not for me. So this brings us to our last elixir, and I don't even have the box anymore. I don't know where it went, and I only have one left. So I think both those are probably telling signs that this one was my favorite. This one is the lion's mane, and this one is increasing your ability to focus a bit. And I definitely noticed a difference. I definitely agree with the fact that it increased my mental focus. Like I said before, I'm a ketogenic guy, and I use a lot of MCT oil. So from the keto coffee or the bulletproof coffee or whatever you want to call it, that is usually where I get my boost in the morning from, my increase in focus. But sometimes I wake up quite early and I don't want to wake everybody else up also. And when you need to use a blender or a mixer, that's pretty hard, especially when you have a dog that barks once it hears it. So for me, the lion's mane was cool because when I needed to do something early, and I didn't want to make much noise, but I wanted that little bit of boost in my concentration, the lion's mane was awesome. So I think I will look also into experimenting just with the supplement and see if I notice the same thing. But I also enjoyed the taste of this. Some people thought it was too sweet with the stevia. I thought it tasted nice. So I definitely think in the future I will have this, not only because it worked and the taste was nice, but at the end I'll talk about some of the other advantages of coming in small packets, and that would be one of the main reasons I would continue with this. So here we've got the mushroom coffee mix. This is lion's mane and chaga, which is totally cool because it's got 2 really good mushrooms in it for you. I believe the concentrations in the coffee are a little bit lower, the concentrations of the mushroom versus the actual elixirs. But still cool. I mean, adding caffeine, so from the coffee, and then the lion's mane and chaga I think is a fantastic idea. I thought the coffee, I mean, it's obviously dehydrated. They all come in similar packs that you saw with the lion's mane. I thought it was a cool idea. I thought the coffee was a little bit watered down. I made it the first few times just freehanding it, and then I actually looked that I believe it was 100 milliliters I was supposed to use, and I did that, and I still thought that, I mean, I buy pretty high level coffee. I have a really nice machine and a blender and MCT oil, so I think that's pretty hard to compete with. So I would not do this necessarily all the time at home just because I have a better system, but that is an awesome transition into when I would definitely get some of these and get some of that lion's mane I was talking about, and that is when I travel. I can think about one of the biggest mistakes. I was in the Dom Rep, so the Dominican Republic, which is like the home of amazing coffee. We kind of did an all-inclusive, which I will never do again, because we were in the land of coffee and we were just drinking crap. It was terrible. It was just watered down bullshit, pardon my English, yeah? And it would have been so cool to have a coffee like this there, because then you know you're getting a very high level grade of coffee along with the lion's mane and everything else in it. And I would definitely have something like this with me, because when I'm away, I run my own company, I'm doing videos, I'm writing blogs, I'm coming up with new ideas. So something that would help me concentrate when I just want to sit by the ocean, have some music on, and think of some new ideas would be great. So I think one of the big benefits of everything coming in a dehydrated pouch is you can take it with you. So if you know you're going somewhere where the coffee's going to suck, or you need to concentrate a bit and you want to be able to kind of just get down and dirty and quick, then I would definitely carry some of this stuff with you. The final thing, which I think is a bit interesting, is mushrooms overall. So we're seeing a really big push into the coffees and the teas and the, the supplementation of mushrooms. But also we've got the topic of the other mushrooms, which is the psyllium mushrooms, the ones that are drugs or illegal, the ones that are hallucinogens. And this is also very interesting, because if you paid attention to your news feed, or depending on what you read or what magazines you subscribe to, you will notice that in Silicon Valley right now, micro-dosing on psyllium mushrooms is a really big thing. And what micro-dosing is, first of all, the psyllium mushroom, that is the hallucinogen, and usually you would take, I think, what, 5 to 10 grams in order to hallucinate. And they have learned that a lot of these tech guys are taking about 0.1 grams to 0.5 grams one time every 4 days, up to 5 times a week, and then taking the weekend off. But either way, they're doing it one time, not very often, in an extremely low amount. And through that, they've seen some pretty wild stuff from I don't want to speak medically here, so I'm just going to repeat what they've said, but from like chronic pain decreasing, depression getting better, their mood being stimulated, being able to focus more, arthritis pain going away. Now, these are nothing that I'm making or claiming facts to. These are just blogs that I've read and what people have said. The thing that I think is interesting about it is, if you're looking at a Silicon Valley in an area in which, you know, the things like Adderall and Ritalin and other illegal substances like cocaine are being abused, I think it's pretty interesting and in one sense cool to see that they're switching to a micro dose of something that's organic. So I am by no means condoning any type of drug use, but I think it's very interesting to see not only the natural mushrooms coming back, but also the illegal ones. And to add one thing on top to that is, you know, if you look at our government, which many people have the questions of, yeah, is, you know, why is this one legal and that's not? Why is alcohol allowed but something else is illegal? Something that I do think is a bit funny is, you know, you have mushrooms like the ones I just mentioned, the quadriceps, the reishi, the chaga, that are obviously extremely healthy for us, a bit difficult to find in the stores, which is why we supplement with them, but completely legal. And then you have the mushrooms. I don't know any off the top of my head. I'm not a mushroom guru here, but that would kill you. I mean, some of them are extremely poisonous. And then you have the hallucinogens. So I think it's a bit interesting. Our government steps in and says, all right, you know what, listen, the ones that are healthy for you, totally cool. The ones that could be used as a drug, totally illegal. And the ones that kill you, I don't really know where those fall into. I mean, obviously, I don't think we're going to eat them because we don't want to. But you would think in just kind of a systematic order of things, the government would probably say, okay, the most illegal ones are the ones that would kill you because we don't want you to die. The second ones would be the ones that are going to make you hallucinate because we don't like to legalize drugs. And then the third ones that we could discuss are the ones that are healthy for you. So I find it a bit interesting that it's actually kind of inversely relationshiped, where the ones that kill you are okay and the ones that would possibly make you high are not. So my opinion on it, I'm a very organic, homeopathic, natural guy. So that's the way I view it. Not saying I do it or condone it for you guys to do it, but that's just my 2 cents on it. So, all right, so that's my opinion on this stuff. I hope it was helpful. Obviously, it was not your typical box opening YouTube video because that would be pointless for the podcasters, and also that's not my thing. I wanted to use them, show that they were used, so I could give you my opinion on the product. So if you have any questions, definitely feel free to write on the page. Check out the website, gtsgermany.com, and then you can see the link to our podcast and everything else that I do. And if you liked it, subscribe, share it with your friends, and try the coffees, and if you want, try the psilocybin mushrooms. And until next time, guys, peace.